You might be one of those business owners or business managers that have been asked to get your DISP membership sorted out. And you're thinking, what is DISP? Why do I need DISP? What's involved? How much that cost me? My name is Merdad Permer from IntegPRO. I'm here to tell you all about the DISP program, what's involved, how much that might cost you, what's the levels, and how to become a DISP member to provide goods and services within the defense industry. Let's talk about DISP. What is DISP? DISP stands for Defense Industry Security Program. It is a framework for managing of the security within your organization. It comes with the framework how you can manage the security, including identifying any risk around security, managing the risk, and mitigating the risks. Basically, with this program, the organization can assure the Department of Defense and any other clients working within the industry that there is a framework for managing the security, identify any risk, including personal risk, it might be cyber risk, it might be physical risk, and also have a plan to mitigate those ones and also address them. This program is a voluntary program. It's not a mandatory, but it becomes mandatory when you have a contract and working on a program or any project within the Department of Defense. Now let's talk about DISP elements and DISP levels. Basically, the program has four main elements, which includes personal security, physical security, cyber security, and governance. Each one of these elements may be classified at different levels, like entry level, level 1, level 2, and level 3. The personal security manages your personal security, including your recruitment process, vetting process, clearances, and also the training programs. On the other side, the physical security talks about your premises that you're operating out of, the security of entering to those premises, the locking, alarm systems, CCTV camera, and so on. It might be your office space or might be a workshop. Any of those premises should be included to the program from security perspective. On the cyber elements, everything's related to how you receiving the information, how you handling the information, how people get access to the information, and how you protecting the information and data from any hacks and attacks and breaches. The governance put all of those together in a framework. That means you have your procedure, policies, plans, your risk assessment, risk management system, how you managing your security into your company. The DISP levels is based on the level of classified information you're handling within your organization. If it is an entry level, you can handle up to official and official sensitive. With the level 1, it goes to protected. With the level 2, it goes to secret level, and with the level 3, it goes to up to top secret. It all comes what you have as a requirement, like your contract require which level of DISP you need for your company. Now we know what the DISP is and what elements and the levels are included to the program. Let's talk about how to become a DISP member. Basically, we want to review what steps and milestones are included to go through the process and become a DISP member. The first step is understanding the requirements. The program requirements are coming from Defense Security Protective Framework, known as DSPF, as well as Protective Security Policy Framework, known as PSPF. After knowing these requirements, you need to analyze your company around those requirements. Basically, doing an auditor gap analysis, identify any gaps, and identify the compliances. After this phase, you become ready to implement the system. You need to put your frameworks together, policies, procedures, risk assessment, and so forth, and implement the system, as well as training the people are involved in the program and the staff working with the defense projects. After that, when you're fully confident, you can start doing the DISP application. You can lodge it online through the DISP portal and then go through the assessment by the department. This assessment involved to review of your documentation, interviews at each one of those elements. When the assessment is done and successfully pass the assessment, you become a DISP member, you receive the certificate. But it's not the end. you need to maintain the system to continue with compliance of the requirements. Now that we know what DISP is and what's involved to become a DISP member, it's time for $1 million question, the cost. Unfortunately, there is no fixed price for getting a DISP membership. It depends on the complexity of your organization, the projects you're working on, and the DISP level. However, you can come up with a very accurate estimate if you consider the following categories. The first category is the resources. You need to have a team work together, go through the requirements, put the frameworks together, apply for a DISP, and go through the assessment. The second category you need to encounter is basically the uplift cost. This uplift might be based on your cybersecurity infrastructure or physical security that's been identified through the gap analysis process. The next category is maintenance of the system. This maintenance should be ongoing, and you need to have a resources like security officer or chief security officer to maintain the system. And the last category is the clearance cost. There is a scheduled fee for individuals that are working on the defense project, and you need to pay for their clearances. Depends on the level, it might be baseline, NV1 or NV2. Now the main question is, do you need a consultant to go through the DISP membership program? It is not mandatory to use any consultant to going through this process. You can do it internally with your own resources. However, you need to consider if you use your own resources, it might be a lot of time. The people need to go and understand the requirement. It takes time to build that knowledge and build that culture. The consultant can bring some values to you and your organization. They can save you time and they can do it efficiently and make the whole process smoothly because they know the requirement and they help a lot of other companies and other clients same way as you are. So if you want to try it yourself, it is possible, but it might end up with a lot of trials and errors, and then you have to go forwards and backwards to correct things to become fully compliant. The consultant can build things from scratch, accurate, before you putting the application in, and you become fully implemented and compliant with the requirement.